Hello, this is Geeks Assembled Audio Heads. Hi, Lee, and we are reviewing today one that is a three-part uh, adventure story. The full cast audio, who has an actor who was in the first Doctor Who, Julia Glover, and also is a little bit more it's a little bit more satanic than what we're used to. This one's called the Legend of the Springheel Jack.
Strange case.
The Strange Case of the Springheeled Jack.
Yeah.
And apparently this Jack was able to leap tall buildings with a single bound.
Not Superman.
Uh-huh. And breathe fire from his mouth and from his eyes as well. A little bit like Superman. So why you wear your Batman shirt? But anyway, we
You know I'm a Batman fan.
we are in the midst of this story. It was only the first 3 episodes, and they were produced by, what's it called, the Wheelhouse or something.
Wait.
It was
Lost it. Where are we? Produced by. It just says
the Wireless Theater
That was it.
Limited, and there's a wheel on it. That's what. Anyway, I think it's just a really cool story. It's set in the Victorian era, so because of that, I'm pretty sure that my co podcaster over there in the UK, there, Lee, will enjoy this, or did enjoy this. Could you please tell me your opening thoughts about Spring-Heeled Jack?
Well, yeah. Well, first of all, I came across his audio play just by accident, really, and I knew the history of Spring-Heeled Jack.
Oh yeah.
Back in the Victorian era, that there was this demon devil threatening the streets of London or wherever it was. People reporting sightings of this thing, what used to leap over fences and houses. It made all the penny dreadful papers, and so this sort of has took that and created this story. So and sort of added to it. This is there's three series of this, and we're just doing the first series. Each series has 3 episodes each, and so this is the first series. And it's a story of the police trying to capture Spring-Heeled Jack.
Yeah.
Through the witnesses, and also the Lord, what's his name, played by Julian Glover, Lord Wayland, who sets up a special police department just for that to go get Spring-Heeled Jack. So you have Jonah Smith in charge of that, and it's the ongoing saga of that. Yeah, I enjoyed it. As you say, it's a full cast audio. There's no narration, so you get all the soundscapes of the London at night, London during the day, the horse and carts, the carriages.
Yeah. Stuff that you really love.
Yeah, just the old town, that feel of Victorian London. and you know, nothing's ever straightforward with these sort of things. The way they adapt them, and you know, you take the people you think you can trust, are they always the ones what are behind it all? And which is the case in this one. You know, the guy who set the special police force up to capture Springheel Jack is the bad guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which you should have guessed really, because Julian Glover always sort of plays the bad guy. You
Yeah, he
know,
does. He definitely did in Indiana
Scaroth.
Jones and the Last Crusade.
Yeah, he played villain in that. He played Scaroth, the villain in.
Scarab. Yeah.
You know, he played a villainous. Um, was he a monk in Game of Thrones?
Uh-huh.
You know, he even Koskov in For Your Eyes Only, the James Bond movie. He was the
Mhm.
villain in that. Um, so he's made a career of playing villains.
Mhm.
He's Star Wars as well. He was in was it Empire Strikes Back?
Yes, he
He was the
was.
attack. He was the attack commander, wasn't
Yes,
he?
Colonel Dream, you may start, said, you may start, or Lord Vader, you may start your landing.
Yeah. So
The the shield generator is down. You may start your landing.
but you say he's the most well-known name in this cast,
Mm-hmm.
but the
True.
other the other actors in this, they do a damn fine job.
Yeah, they matched him. It was great.
Yeah, I mean
I bet they learned a lot.
Jonah Smith, the main character, played by Christopher Finney. He's got a background, you know, because it begins where he's a young boy in a fire.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his house is on fire. His father comes in, saves him, takes him away out the house, out the fire. But his father goes back in to find his mother, and they both die in the fire. And he sees the Spring-Heeled Jack on top of the fire, on top of the house, when he was a little boy.
Yeah.
So this rekindles all these image, you know, this when this case starts. Um, yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, the Satanism in this,
Mm-hmm.
you know, with all the chanting,
Mm-hmm.
you know, with Azal, which Azal is said in it.
That's not the first time I've heard that whole thing.
No, no. So let me get it right.
A,
Azal,
a little, you know,
not to
Roger
Delgado.
Delgado.
Yeah.
Roger
But yeah,
Del.
I enjoyed. I mean, each episode. There's only 3 episodes in this series one, and each episode's roughly just under 30 minutes,
Yeah.
and the flyby. You know, you know, so when you start listening to one episode, you come into the end of it, and you think, wow, you know,
Yeah.
it's. I'm so engrossed in the story, you don't realize how quick it passes.
Right.
But yeah, I enjoyed every minute of this. It really because we always seem to do as Big Finish, BBC radio drama, occasionally Battle Gab.
Uh-huh.
This one, another company, we're giving them a go,
Yeah.
and yeah, and I think this won an award, this drama. So
Oh, it did.
I think it did.
Well, the thing that I was noticing about it was that the three episodes each had I mean there was the Ghost of Clapham Common and then the
Yeah,
Crypt of Evil and then the
based
Face of the Fiend.
yeah,
And so I like there was different names for each of them. They don't stand alone though. They kind of lead one to another. And
yeah.
then and then the trouble is that this series one, first or season one, ends on a cliffhanger.
Yeah. To be continued.
I was like, what?
Oh yeah, I've just found
Oh,
it. The Strange Case of Springheel Jack won the Silver Ogle Award for Best Horror Fantasy Audio in the World 2011.
nice.
So
Yeah,
it won.
this was produced in like the early teens, the late aughts or the early teens, and it was yeah, it was good. And the other thing was that the that the story was I mean they the sound effects that they used for the eyes and the fire were really good. There was a little bit of like the whole Godzilla thing,
Also the breathing.
the breathing, yeah. And
Yeah.
then there was like it was kind of like Superman, like the eye beams, whatever. And I heard that this really was written as a serial back in the 1800s, and so um it's got that kind of that kind of uh draw you in, and then there's the little bit of Cockney rhyming slang
Mhm.
that I guess that's been around for a couple hundred years now.
Yeah, I suppose it is. Yeah.
I mean, you don't use it at all, Lee, and so like it is really, and nor do my other friends from the UK very much, and
Yeah,
so
no. Well, Cockney rhyming slang is only sort of London based.
it is, and it's only sort of Cockney based. So like, you got to have a
I, th-
certain
I I think it got its origins from. I might be wrong, but as far as I remember reading, Cockney sort of started when you had all the bad guys, the thieves and robbers, talking to each other in rhyming slang, so the police couldn't understand what they were saying.
right. Okay.
I think that's how it's. I read that somewhere. I could be wrong, but I think that's how it sort of originated.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it is sort of a cipher or a code or something.
Yeah.
That it is fun. That's interesting. And the other thing was is that the attempt to capture by Smith was really it was that was really interesting. I mean, like the sort of bait he uses and like how he chases and stuff. I mean, that was pretty cool. And yeah, so
I mean, you've got the characters in this. I mean, you've got characters, made up characters, of course, but then you've also got historical characters. You've got Duke of Wellington in this, um,
uh-huh,
who in this is going to make a hunting party out there trying to find Springheel Jack.
right?
Um, yeah, you've got the two henchmen, Clough and D'Urberville, two great characters.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, one's short with a scar down his face, he's handy with a knife, and the other one's just a beast of a man.
yeah.
But two,
Completely inarticulate, but fun to yeah.
but what I thought, yeah, they got away at the end. They did a runner. They ran. So I
They
don't know
did.
if they, I don't know if they reappear in the other series or not. I don't know, but I
But
thought,
for the longest time, I thought that Duberville was the
well,
the Spring Hill
Springheel.
Jack because of the inarticulate. But anyway.
And then you got the poor guy who was talked into drunkenly admitting that he was Springheel Jack, and he went to court.
And he went to court. Yeah,
No, I didn't do it. I didn't. You want me?
up
No.
in the dock, he's not the Spring Hill Jack. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed this. It was a great feel about it. Um, it felt like me. It was Big Finish. It was BBC. It was Battle Gab. It was
It
just
was.
that
It was
quality
quite
audio.
nice.
Yeah. And you get the feel of the dirty streets, and You know,
Lee, it must be your favorite thing in the whole world.
if I could, I would go back to that era.
I see that. Give you a time machine, that's it.
Yeah, get me top hat on, me
This
walking kit.
this company has actually done a what they call podcast, but it's actually like a story called Time Travel or called Time Machine or something. And I'd love to do that with you. The interesting thing is like these things are available as a podcast, a free download podcast on iTunes. And so I just, you know, I was so happy to find them on iTunes. I've got the
All
whole
right.
company's episodes up right now. And then
Cool.
there is one called Time Travel Incorporated.
Nice one.
Yeah, so we should do that. But like so your favorite moments?
Um. Well, every time Clough and D'Urberville appeared, I thought they stole the scenes every time. They were just great characters, and I mean, you even see the scene at the end with with the cauldron of boiling oil. It was so so
Mm,
villainous. Yeah,
yeah,
put him on put him on there, and we'll turn the handle, drop him down one.
yep,
Great. And as I said, this is the cult of Springheel Jack, where they were bringing
yeah.
forth the spirit, or whatever. Um, yeah, just great. You know, which
The gentry finding the purposeful worship of Satan, um, kind of a thing that's to be enjoyed. I just that is so the demons in Doctor Who.
yeah,
It's
it,
that Children of the Stones, that one again.
yeah,
It's the Wicker Man all over again. And these hoi polloi have a lot of they have a lot of tendency to cult up and to become, I mean, it's I guess it's kind of the same over here. The eyes wide shut thing or whatever.
yeah.
It's just
It,
interesting. Go on.
I mean, the character of Lord Wayland, the villain of the piece. Spoilers. Um, he, him getting to the police to set up that special forces to find Springheel Jack didn't really enter his head that they might cross paths with what underhand things he was doing.
Right.
You know, but
Yeah, he really underestimated the cop.
he really shot himself in the foot there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. Yeah, you had everything in this.
Right.
You know, you had terror, you had suspense, you had jeopardy.
Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, and to say it wasn't really answered about the Spring Hill Jack, but he
It
wanted that.
wasn't, but they landed on a bloody cliffhanger. So what are you going? I mean, there's obviously enough stuff for two more seasons or series. So
Yeah, I'm just looking at the see who well, Jonah Smith's in the next two series, so that character's back. Um, who's well, Nicholas Parsons is in the next series. He's been in Doctor Who series
yes,
three. Series three.
I think that there's a different guy playing uh the
Oh, series three. You've got Queen Victoria in that one,
playing
played by
Lord Wayland. Yeah.
Kate Manning. He's playing Queen Victoria in the third series. No,
Okay.
Wayland's not in this. After this, he dies in this one that we just listened to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there must be a different villain in each one.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But the
So
next
yeah,
one's called the next episode's called The Terror of London. So it must also, be quite good.
yeah.
So
We may have to do it again sometime.
yeah, maybe. I can't believe you suggested something that ends on a cliffhanger.
Yeah,
It's like,
these 3 episodes was an hour and 30 minutes. I thought that's long enough just to do this cast. So
yeah, all right, I get it. I get where you're coming from. It's a good
mhm.
plan.
uh,
Anyway, so your anything else for you that that you'd like to bring to
there was
the
also one of the most famous tropes in this, before I forget it, where there was escaping from all the Satanists in the cellars, pulling at the lit lanterns on the wall. Secret door opens and they escape.
secret door? Yeah,
Scooby Doo moments. Great fun.
it
Uh,
was super
but
cool.
also good as well because then one of the other main characters falls from the roof and dies.
Hmm.
Hooks, which was a good character. He was like his little Watson to his Sherlock Holmes, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I enjoyed it. It was
R.I.P.
good. It was a
Hooks.
good
All right.
adventure.
Yeah. Yeah. So your final say and score, please.
Well, I would recommend anybody to go out there and find this. It's there online to be found, and listen to it. As I said, it passes so quickly. Um, Great atmosphere, great storytelling, great acting. And to say to have Julian Glover in this first series, you can't go wrong. So for me, it's 10 cauldrons of boiling oil out of 10.
And I really enjoyed it as well. I thought that the horror was awesome, and I thought that it felt like such a ghost story, such a thing that it, it reminded me of the Supernatural television series because
Yeah.
of, because of the sort of connection to uh, Satan and stuff. And but I've never heard of this story before. Apparently, some people have called this an urban legend, but um, it may
Isn't
be.
more isn't
I
more
Yeah, it may be an urban legend, but I also think that it's very Victorian, so it's a good adventure. And so I will give this, excuse me, yeah, I'll give this 10 rock corridors out of 10. I thought that it was really exciting and really fun, and yeah, and I just want to continue listening to them. So I think I have to just to set my own mind at ease today.
cool.
But we don't know what we'll be doing in a fortnight. It probably won't be the next series, but
Who knows?
who knows? But yeah, do tune in for that one, and tune in for our other one this week. We're reviewing Rogue on Doctor Who. It was the eighth episode of the show, or the seventh episode of the show. Anyway, we're almost done with everything. Um, and yeah, just go Celtics. And so they're playing in the finals. Where anyway, the other thing is yeah, stay cool. The summer has started, so do keep cool, all y'all.
And
And
also the flag behind you as well, Susan.
yeah, happy Pride
Month again.
for our listeners and watchers who are LGBTQ plus QIA plus anything.
They might as well just
Yeah.
go the whole alphabet into the
Well,
it's getting too long.
there's yeah. The interesting thing is that if I add the IA, then it even qualifies for your theories about the doctor and that he is asexual, because that's what the A stands for, is asexual aromantic. So anyway, intersex and a asexuality, aromantic. So yeah, we just got a lot of different sexualities that we just think, it's not all about being cis and heterosexual anymore. So just
It
get
can be,
with the program.
but it can get a bit confusing. But
Yeah, but get with the program. It's not just about being cis and heterosexual anymore. Anyway, um, not that there's anything wrong with being cis or heterosexual anymore. So who knows?
right,
Yeah, so do enjoy your week, and thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to our channel. It's easy. Just hit the bell notification and the subscribe button at the same time. And then also I request that hit Lee up if you're gonna if you'd like
you've
to
had
join.
a request to hit Lee.
Hit Lee up if you want to join us.
Oh, thank God for that.
No, not hit. No. I mean, we're
Someone,
not like
someone's
there
put a
is
hit on the.
there is a weird sort of thing that's happening in the streets of America where
Mhm.
people are just randomly getting punched in the face. It feels more like a punk 70s
Mm,
thing to do, but I mean, it's just a weird thing that's happening right now.
mm.
But that's in America, and
Only in America.
if it escalates, the guns will come out, because that's the other thing we're famous for over here. Anyway,
Don't we know it?
oh yeah. So enjoy it, and happy summer, happy Pride,
uh,
happy
happy,
fog.
happy. Fog.
Fog.
Oh,
Yeah. It's foggy. It's a foggy season now. So happy, enjoy.
oh, right. I see.
And thank you for being part of us and geeky like us.